Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ewen Chia.
All right, have a seat. Well, good morning. I'm so happy to be back here in Australia, especially Sydney. You know, I came here 8 years ago and I absolutely love this place. It's one of my favorite places in the world. And it's just so beautiful. We are here at Darling Harbour and great scenery. So I'm very happy to be back here, and I'm also very privileged to have you welcome me today. And today, you know, I hope that you will find this presentation of mine revolutionary for yourself, especially if you're just starting out on the internet. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put things into a very simple perspective so that you can actually understand and apply what you need and get real results on the internet. And how's the event so far? Is this a great event? Yes? Whoa, you guys are very lucky. You know, when I started out in 1997, that's more than 10 years ago, no, I didn't have the luxury of attending an event like this. And it's quite tough because when I did my internet business in 97, I took almost 5 years not earning a cent online and struggling every day, making mistakes. You know, I'm not a technical person. I can't install a script to save my life even today. And I don't know anything about HTML. I think some of you can resonate with that, right? Yep. No worries, no worries. That is not an obstacle for you at all. I mean, if I can do it, someone who is very ordinary, I don't speak English well at all, and someone who is not technically inclined, if I can do it, you know, all of you can do it as well, right? All it takes is to know what to do, right? Let me tell you a little bit more about my story and what I went through. So in 1997 to 2002, that's 5 years. At the time, I had a full-time job as well, just like, you know, almost all of you. So I came from the corporate world, you know, where 8 to 5, actually it was 9 to 6, right? I had to get to job and do the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And not necessarily the things that I love to do, but I had to do it, right? And, you know, sometimes you get office politics, you know, can't get along well with your colleagues or your boss. So I've been through all that, and I know it's not very nice. It's not very nice, all right? So I took that road. I wanted to make a better life for myself and my family. So for the next 5 years, you know, I learned what I could on the internet, and I had a lot of information. I didn't make a cent online for the first 5 years, and many times I wanted to quit, many times. But I drove myself forward, and, you know, I struggled. So why I'm here today is not because I've been on the internet for so long. It's not because I'm pretty famous on the internet, but it's because I've gone through the road, the same road as many of you, and I know what you're feeling, right? And I'm here to present to you a shortcut system that took me 5 years to learn. And so I've actually took all this knowledge and put it into a system, step-by-step method, so that you can apply it today when you go back and get results. You guys love that? Yes. Thank you. Right, so let's look at the presentation. Okay, this is called Real Internet Income, and I'm here to tell you the truth, right? The truth about making real income on the internet. And this is a business that you can do part-time from home and make a full-time income or more just using the internet. You know, the internet is an amazing medium, an amazing invention. It has allowed ordinary people like us to break out of our chains, right, that we are held back from, and do more with our life and start our own business. And, you know, since young, right, I'm sure you agree, since young, you've been told that you need to retire rich and get financial freedom. Is that correct? Yes or no? Yes. Right, we've been told that since young, and that's through socialization. But the fact is, many people are not able to achieve that. And it's pretty sad, but I'll tell you why, right? Before I do that, I think it's really, you need to wake up and look around you, because this is the real world. And one thing you got to know about me is, you know, I'm I'm not a professional speaker. I'm just here to share with you the story, what you can do, and how you can change your life. I hope you will appreciate that. And, let me ask you a very simple question. How many lives do you have? One or two? One, right. Now, some of you laugh, but the truth is, even though we only got one life, many of us don't really live happily, and we don't take control of our life. I mean, it is our own life, and if we don't have any control over it, and we put that control of our life into other people's hands, I'm sure you agree that it's a very sad thing, because we can't run our own lives. And I think it's time that all of us look around and smell the coffee, so to speak. And this is the real world. The real world is, even though we've been told that we need to be financially rich, we need to retire rich, we can't get rich working for other people. There's no way that we can get rich working for other people. And what I mean by working for other people, having a job, getting a salary, and because I've been through the same process. Last time when I was working in a full-time job, I get about 4,000 Sing dollars per month. Singapore dollars, 4,000 Singapore dollars. And that was barely enough for me to pay my bills. And I also had a lot of credit card debts at the time because I spent so much money learning the internet business. I bought stuff online, right? And let me tell you, buying stuff online, learning from an ebook is almost impossible. It's very tough. I know that, right? So my salary wasn't even enough for me to cover the interest of the credit card debts. And it's bad. And I was kind of in a desperate situation. So I had to turn to the internet. And even though I struggled, I knew that people were making real money on the internet. People were setting up real businesses. And I knew that if I tried hard enough, I could do it. And so I struggled because I was desperate. I needed money, right? So unfortunately, I spent more money to learn it. I spent almost 50,000 US buying courses on the internet, trying all sorts of opportunities, things from MLM, downline clubs, what have you, many things. And none of them really worked until, 5 years later, I was in a spot. I placed myself in a spot, and, I told myself, all right, this is the last time. Okay, am I going to do this properly and correctly? That's the key, to do it correctly. Or am I just going to give up all the efforts and the time and the money? Right? So I made a commitment to myself. I told myself that, I'm going to succeed and failure is not an option. There was no way that I could fail. And what happened? Right? That kind of changed my mind. And I think the important thing, a good lesson for all of us here is you have to take responsibility for your own life and your own actions. So I took responsibility, and taking that responsibility was an amazing experience because it allows me to be able to put my information, and I had a lot of information overload, right? I was able to take all this information that I knew to put it together into a systematic process so that people are able to follow it step by step. It means that if you follow my system, you do not have to spend 5 years learning it or getting results. You could do that in 5 days or less if you wanted to. So the message here is we need to take some sort of control. We cannot get rich working for other people. And the real world, right, is there is no job security. There's no job security, even in government jobs these days. Things change, right? We're in a new age, as they call it. So just imagine if someone loses his or her job the next day with the tons of bills and commitments, that person is probably going to get pretty desperate as well. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but there is the fear. Because if we are in a job working for other people, that may happen anytime. And you need to create a backup for yourself, right? Even though if you do your internet business part-time from home, while still working at a full-time job like I did, it's fine. You don't have to tell people. You don't have to tell people that you're making money on the internet. You can do it secretly and quietly. Quietly, all right? That's what I did. I spent a couple of years, making good money on the internet, and nobody knew what I was doing. Not my boss, not my colleagues, not my friends. They only knew when they saw me in the newspaper. And people started calling me up, "What the heck have you been doing, Ewen?" And that was, I've already quitted my job at that time, right? So you have to know that, you got to create security for yourself. And because it is your one life, you need to take control of it. And I believe in my heart of hearts, that every one of us deserve to live a happier life. Because, it is our life. And because we are caught up in the rut of daily living, many of us can't live a happier life because of that. What's our normal cycle of real life? And this is going to be pretty interesting for you, right? First, we get born, and we're happy. We are the little baby, all right? We get born, all right? What happened after that? We go and get an education, a good education. We go to school. And after going to school, this is what happens to all of us, all right? We try to get a good job and a good salary. Agree? Yeah, we do that, all right? And then we start a family. We meet our boyfriend, girlfriend, we start our courtship, and we get married, get a new house, get a family, and later we retire. And guess what happens after that? We die. Right? We die. That's the truth. That's our normal cycle of real life. And throughout this whole cycle of real life, the very sad thing is we are in debt. So sad, all right? We are in debt. And we need to break out of this rut, right? Of you, right? If you continue on with this cycle, that's what's going to happen. Throughout your whole cycle of life, most of the time, we are in debt to the bank, to other people, to our friends. And, there is a way to get out of this cycle, of this rut. And that is through the internet business. And I'm sure you've heard of the internet business by now, right? All of you know what the internet business is? All right? So, that internet business is what you need to get out of the life because, there's no other business that allows you to do that, right? For the ordinary person, without a lot of capital investment, without a lot of business knowledge, you could start your own business and become an entrepreneur, right? And start making good money. Robert Kiyosaki, this is the guy who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. Everyone knows him? Rich Dad Poor Dad, all right? He says that, there are three main ways for people to become financially free. The first is through real estate, right? The fact is, not every one of us can do that. You need a lot of money and capital to buy a property, and it's not guaranteed you can flip that property. In fact, in Singapore, what's happening right now currently is a lot of people bought condos last year in the hope of flipping it and making a profit. They're stuck with it this year. And they still got to pay the installments, right? So that is not something everyone can do. How about paper assets? This is where, you deal with shares, forex, trading. It is a good way, but it is a very risky model as well. Because not only do you need money, the money you put in, you may lose the money. And let me tell you, when you are doing share trading, for example, it is quite a stressful situation, right? You got to monitor, you got to call your broker, and it's not that good for everyone. The next, we have the franchise business. And while the franchise business is a proven concept as well, again, not everyone can do this. A lot of money. And, one of the things, the key message that I want you to have is we do not want to be a slave to our job. We do not want to be a slave to our life. We want to have freedom. And not only does the internet business provide you with that freedom, it provides you with a lot more. And if you get into a franchise business, you're basically getting into another job, right? You got to start a business, pay a huge license fee, got to set up a store, you got to get employees, get stocks and goods, and got to work from 8 to 5, maybe 8 to 11 sometimes, running the shop. And, that is not for everyone. We do not want to be a slave. McDonald's, right? I just ate McDonald's yesterday, right here. The menu is quite different from Singapore. Really enjoyed it, yeah. So McDonald's, they have a proven system as well, right? Okay, why are you guys laughing? I didn't have McDonald's, right? McDonald's. Everyone knows what McDonald's is. It's everywhere. And the reason why they're so successful is because they have a proven system in place. So anyone that starts a McDonald's franchise, they're able to apply the system. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. And, follow what McDonald's has done for many years. And this is why there are McDonald's in every country. And they are so successful. But the McDonald's franchise is not something that everyone can do as well. I think the license fee to get a franchise is at least 1 million US, right? Right now, the Aussie currency is, all right, getting up there, okay? Right? But, it's very, very expensive. And again, you may not be selected even if you have the cash. And when you do start a McDonald's, you become a slave to McDonald's, to your own McDonald's. So that's the message, all right? Okay, so welcome to your internet business, because this is the model that will allow you to break free of your rut, right? And allow you to become an entrepreneur without risking a lot of time, money, or effort. And, we have the real estate, the paper assets, and the franchise business. All this, they are proven, they work, but not everyone can do this. But the internet business, let me tell you, all of you can become successful with your own internet business, right? You just got to do something with it, right? I didn't have the luxury of attending an event or a training session like this, but you guys do. You're sitting here right now, and it's very, very beneficial. But you've got to do something with that information, or else it will just become information, right? You have to turn that information into something else. And with action will come a reaction. That's what you got to know. That's the law. Okay, so with your internet business, you apply my proven system, and you will get financial freedom. I guarantee it, right? I guarantee it. And it's not only because I've done it, but thousands of people around the world who have followed this system and applied it step by step have done it as well. It's a proven system. Just like McDonald's, right? What's the bottom line? We get to a seminar, we learn something, we buy something, we buy a course, for example. I've been in the same shoes about a lot of things. But what's the bottom line? In our life, no matter what we learn, it's really not about the investment. It's about the journey. Okay, what we're going to get at the end result. We do not mind, traveling a long journey if we know at the end we're going to get something back. Agree? Right? It's the end result and the bottom line. Okay, it doesn't matter what people promise you. It doesn't matter, what kind of guarantees people give you, right? At the very end, what are you going to get for yourself? That's the bottom line, right? And for me, I strongly, all right, say that the bottom line is, I don't want to give you any false promises, right? No false promises, no hype, but real money. Making real money, getting real results from the internet, if you do what I tell you to do. Do we have that consensus? Right? Thank you. Right? So what is the internet business? I know I've been exposed to this many times, but let me give you my simplified version. All right? The internet business is not a technical business. Don't misunderstand. All right? It is not about, when we have a computer or a laptop, we don't really care what's inside the computer or what's making it work. We just know that we can do this and that with the computer. It's the same with the internet business. You've got to treat the internet like a medium for instant access to a global world marketplace, right? Meaning, with just a few clicks of the mouse, you're able to expose your business to the whole world instantly. And the franchise business doesn't allow you to do that, right? Neither does real estate. But if you know how to use the internet correctly, you can market any business online, right? And that's the thing. The internet business is used to provide value to people, and these people are looking for information, right? The internet is called an information highway. It was created for information. People, all of us, we go online. The main thing that we do is to type and look for something, right? We look for information, and if we understand that the internet business is about information, then, it's very easy for us to make money out of it. Because what we're going to do is to provide value and information. You've heard that, when you solve people's problems, you make money. And that is true. And with the internet, you're going to do it through information. Let me give you a scenario. For example, if I were to go online today and I want to learn how to play golf, right? I'm not a golfer. I want to learn how to play golf. So I type in to Google, how to play golf. And I see a website, right, that tells me the information and gets me started. But during the process, after I read the article, right, they tell me that there's a very good course that will allow me to actually learn golf using step-by-step videos. And it's a proven course. And so due to the recommendation, I visited the website and I found it to be really good. And because I want to learn to play golf, it is really targeted to me. So I buy the course, right? So what happens during this process is the person, the owner of the article or the website who recommends me the course makes a commission, right? Because he's recommending somebody else's product. He didn't create the golf course. All he did was he pasted some words onto the internet to recommend the course. So in our business, right, we want to be very much a middle person where we connect the buyers and the sellers together, okay? The person who's looking for the golf information, I'm the buyer. The seller is the merchant who's providing the course that I'm going to buy. So your role, the main role that you want to do as for your internet business to make lazy money, right? Lazy money is to become the middle person where you just recommend people things. And you do not have to use hype. No, you don't have to hard sell. Because when you recommend a quality product to someone who's looking for a solution, they will buy. That is a law as well, right? So your role is the middle person, and the internet business is a very real business, right? And it's actually a very simple business to run and start, right? It's a very simple business. Everything else is fluff, right? Everything else is fluff, right? Like the computer, right? What really matters is the business and how you're going to make money from it. One thing you're going to learn from me is, I'm going to share with you proven concepts that actually make you money, not theories, right? And this is because I have that privilege of having more than 10 years of experience making real money on the internet. I'm not one of those so-called gurus, right, that read an ebook yesterday and come to speak to you today, say, I know how to teach you how to start an internet business, right? I come to you as someone who knows what I'm talking about, and I hope that this knowledge will be able to help you, right? And, so what I'm going to share with you is going to be things that really make money, right? Marketing concepts, strategies, how to position yourself, how to price, etc. That's going to be very useful to your internet business. So it is very easy to make a full-time income on the internet right now, especially now, and that's the good news. When you start an internet business, it's never too late, by the way. It's never too late, and the internet is still very new. So, but if you start an internet business today, it's actually easier than all the rest of us who started the business way back. Because you don't have to educate people about e-commerce these days. You don't have to tell people that it is okay to use your credit cards online. People know that. It's become a lifestyle, a cultural change. People know that, so it's easy for you. And the main thing, again, when you want to make money on the internet, you want to do that simply by sharing information with people. Not even selling them, but sharing information, right? So find people looking for information, people with problems, and provide a solution to them. It's really as straightforward as this, all right? Using a proven step-by-step system, just like McDonald's, will help you to start and get your business up the ground correctly, making sure that you actually get it done right so that you start a real business and make real money. The worst thing that can happen to us is, we get very excited and we go into the business. After 6 months, no results, nothing happened. And you found out that you've been actually doing the wrong things or you've been taught the wrong things. That's the worst thing. So we want to start out on the right foot, right? So that everything we do becomes a leverage and builds up our income. Keeping it simple, and this will help you to overcome information overload. And this is a very real problem. It's a very real problem that affects every one of us. And people who learn, when we learn something new, we're bound to get information overload because we do not know where to place the pieces of the puzzle. We may have all the information scattered around, but how to place the pieces together so that it becomes effective. And you do that by using a system. So, can I share the system with you? Right, good. Okay. The system that I'm talking about is something very simple. But don't let that, don't let that fool you, right? Because I've used this very same system, very same process, right, to make millions on the internet, right? And this system, right, is a 3-step system to kickstart your internet business. And I call it the 3 Ps of making money online. When we go to school, those of you who have read or learned marketing, you will know that in marketing, there's what is known as the 4 Ps, right? Or is it the 5 Ps? Right? I didn't learn marketing in school, by the way. Oh, so up to 7, right? That's a lot. Okay, let's talk about the 3 Ps. That's shorter, easier to remember, right? I have a 3 Ps of making money online as well, right? In the marketing concept, we have, for example, people, price, praise, promotion, or something, all right? Along that lines, right? The 3 Ps of making money online is this, all right? People. Okay, step 1, people. Followed by step 2, the product. And step 3, promote, right? And I'm going to describe to you exactly what each one of these means. Okay, let me summarize for you very simply, right? Step 1, people. Okay, find a group of people that you can target and start your business in. But when you have a market, we call this a market, right? It's not enough. We need to offer something to the market, a product that solves their problems. And even if we have the product, it's not enough as well because, we need to promote the business so that we start getting people to buy. We start getting customers. And this is the newspaper article that I was talking about, that, when my friends and my colleagues, ex-colleagues saw this article, they started calling me up, right? This appeared in the national newspaper over in Singapore, and it talks about, how I started my internet business and how I made the first million on the internet. And this is my wife. She's here, actually, right? And my 2 little boys, right? Clayton, he's 6 this year, and Cohen coming to 2 this year, right? Let me tell you, when you have 2 boys in a house, it's crazy, all right? Okay? Yep, right. Incidentally, my wife, who is here somewhere, maybe shopping, I'm not sure, right? She was the person that really drove me to succeed. Because while I was learning the internet business, and I spent my time in front of the computer all night instead of with her, right? So, and she didn't really understand why I was in front of the computer all the time. After I get back from work, I rush the computer, like I was addicted to the internet or something, right? So, we actually had a lot of disagreements and quarrels because of this. And this is about real life. When you have a partner, that's bound to happen. Unless that partner is also pursuing the internet business, then they understand. But, she's been scolding me for many years, right? But right now she understands that, what I'm doing is worth it, right? Okay, let's talk about step 1, right? The people, right? You can't be all things to everyone. The truth is there are going to be people who's going to love you and people who's going to hate you, right? And some people is going to love you to death. I'm not sure if that's the same, all right? But you can't be all things to everyone, and there's no way we can make everyone happy. So when you're doing your internet business, it's all about specializing. And this is a very powerful and, I call it secret word because many people don't get this, all right? The secret to success in any business, if you want to make more money, you got to specialize. Specialize. So for instance, golf business, we do not want to just start a golf business on the internet. We want to specialize in a certain niche market within the golf business. For example, golf for beginners, right? We're just going to target people who wants to learn golf in my earlier example. This is because when we specialize, we're able to reduce the competition drastically, and we're able to get better customers, more qualified, more targeted, and we're also able to become an expert in our area of expertise so that once we know more, we can actually make more money. So you have to specialize, and the key thing here is to do something that you love, right? You may not love the computer. You may not even like the internet, but it's going to help you to make money. You just have to like the topic or the market that you're doing. So this is known as affinity marketing, right? Affinity means you have a kind of passion or interest regarding a certain subject. So when we have the passion, we are bound to get better results because we're going to love doing the business. right? I think this is pretty obvious. So do topics that you enjoy, and that will help you not to become a slave to the computer, right? Okay, selecting universal topics, right? As long as there are people, you're going to get customers. And when you have a business that aligns to a topic like, something universal that affects all people, like health, beauty, sex, then money, all right? Then you're going to have customers as long as there are people around. In our internet business, we are not actually marketing to robots or spiders, right? We are marketing to real people. And the person who's going to buy is going to be someone just like you, with a real life, real family, real job. So, they're going to have problems. So you have to solve people's problems, but when you align that topic to something that is very universal, your business has a higher chance of making maximum amount of cash. Targeting markets which are already profitable. That's an easy way and a hard way to do anything, right? The easy way is to already target markets which are making money for other people. Do you guys agree? Yes, right? So that, you don't reinvent the wheel, so to speak, right? You don't reinvent the wheel. And how do you do that, right? How do you know which markets are profitable on the internet, right? I'm going to go to the internet right now and show you an example. By the way, you don't have to have a good computer to do this business. Okay, right, just let me get to the internet. Now, I've been using a Dell computer since I started my internet business, and it has performed very well. No problems. So I got my fingers itchy, right? Why don't I try Fujitsu? Supposed to be good, right? And I did that 3 months ago. I bought Fujitsu. When I brought it back home, I had to spend 6 hours calling a technician to fix up the computer. Couldn't work. And even till today, it's having a lot of problems. Okay. I'm not saying that Fujitsu is bad, right? My experience. Just keep it to yourself in this room, right? In case I get sued for no reason later. Okay, this is, I'm sure you've seen this website, easinarticles.com. And this is known as an authority website, right? It's the world's largest article database. And in easinarticles.com, what we have over here, all the article categories, they are actually markets, right? They are profitable markets that you can select right now. And the reason why these markets are here is because people want to know the information. Remember, the internet is about information. So, Easy Articles, the writers, we have so many writers here, 89,400, right, just over here, right? And these are expert authors. And people write articles because people want to read about them, right? We're not going to write an article that nobody wants to read about. So, when you find a market that's related to any of these markets in Easy Articles, there is a demand for it. People want to know the information. It's really as simple as that. And for example, if you have no idea what kind of market to select to start your internet business in, this is a good place for you to get an idea. So like home and family, you have all these little sub-markets. Remember I said specialized, right? So these little sub-markets are niche markets within the main market of home and family. And all these topics are something that you can specialize in within that market as well, right? So this is Easy Articles, right? I'm just going to show you this, right? Let's look at number 2, right? The product. So the first step, what's the first step? People. You have to find your market first, right? You have to do this yourself, right? Nobody can help you with that, but it's a very simple process. I think the first step to do is to know what your own hobbies and passions are. And you drill down from there, right? But what's happening after that? After you found your market and your people, you need to offer them a product, right? I highly suggest that you use other people's products first when you're started. Okay, when you're getting started, when you're a beginner, that's the easiest way. Because what happens with this is when you use other people's products and services, this is known as affiliate marketing. That's like the example I shared with you earlier, where the guy who recommended me the golf course, right? So the golf course, he joined an affiliate program for it. And this model allows anyone to get started immediately because you do not need to create your own product or your own website, right? It's basically join an affiliate program and you're in business, right? So I like to use affiliate marketing as a model to make money. There are other models, but this is one of the best models. There are thousands of different affiliate programs on the internet, and it will cater to your market. Okay. The thing about this is, all right, let me share with you a very simple but very powerful tip, and this is guaranteed to help you, right? And it is about the power of one. The power of one is a concept where you focus on one thing at a time. When you start your business, you don't have to start 10 businesses at one time, right? Stick to one thing, keep it very simple. One market, one affiliate program, one traffic generation method, and get started. And that's about it. I think that's pretty simple to do. Just select one thing at one time and focus on that. That's the power of one. So even though there are thousands of affiliate programs, you find an affiliate program, a good one, for your market. You know, when you're in the golf business, don't recommend a bowling product, right? That's obvious. That's consistency, right? Recommend a golf affiliate program. Find a good one. That's one we do, right? I'm only asking you to find one affiliate program and market that affiliate program. Because when you do that, when you apply the power of one, you will start to get results from it, right? We will not be, no, when you use this method, instead of diluting our efforts and getting lost and confused, you focus all your energy on just one model, right? One system and one thing at a time. You can also give away free products, right? Give away things and make massive commissions. And for example, there are many people looking for free ringtones, right? Ringtones for the phones, or looking for free software, free photos, right? You can actually give away all these photos, ringtones, and make commissions every time someone downloads the ringtone, right? The commission payout is anything from 50 cents US, right? Okay, I'm talking about US dollars here, right? For all the examples, 50 cents to $200 per download. That's a lot. So if your internet business is all about getting people to download free stuff, and that's what you do every day, and you make like, $50, for example, for every download, that's a hell of a lot of money, right? So you get people to download something, let's say just one person a day, and you get $50, right? In a month, you're going to get quite a lot of money, and that's by giving away free stuff. I will show you an example later, right? Obviously, apart from affiliate marketing, you can also create your own products, right? Like ebooks, video, audio products, interviews, etc. What I recommend is, don't do too many things at one time, as usual, right? So get started with affiliate marketing first. Then, when you're more experienced, you start to create your own products later on. Later on, not now, at the same time. And affiliate marketing, another advantage is, it allows you to learn as you earn. It is a very good marketing platform for you to get experience in using other people's products, so you don't have to risk anything. It's okay if you screw up. It's okay. Yeah, it's not your product, all right? So use other people's products to learn how to do the business on the internet, right? And this is an example regarding the free download cache that I was talking about. Let me go to the website. Okay. Why do merchants pay you when people download something for free? It may be hard to believe, but this is all about the concept, the business model of lead generation. Okay, let me explain. People are willing to pay you money because what you're doing, right, is helping them to get a customer, a lead, even though it's free. So when you offer, for example, a free download of a ringtone, your visitors, they will have to fill in a form or download something, right? And when you do so, you're giving the information to the merchant. This is called lead generation. So big-time companies around the world, they are willing to pay good money for leads because lead generation is an integral part of business. In fact, it's one of the most important parts of the business because without leads, we don't get customers, right? So you guys understand why this is happening, right? So this is about lead generation. So when you join an affiliate program like this, which is free to join, 99% of the affiliate programs in the world are free to join, right? So you can join for free, give away free things, and make free money. I love this business, right? You have a nice piggy bank over here, okay? So this is an affiliate program that allows you, for example, okay, you can give away over 9,000 different photos. You can read it here, you can read it at home, right? 9,000 over professional photos, right? Or you can give away wallpapers, screensavers, right? Which is huge demand on the internet. You can give all of these things away for free, and every time somebody downloads it, you make good money. So you can try this out at home. But I hope that I've shared with you something that is something new to you, something fresh that you can apply as part of your business as well, right? So we have that. Okay, people, product, and promote, right? Step 3 of your system, promote. Sorry. Oh, okay. That's right. Okay, everyone got that? Sorry, again? Yep. Yeah, it does. Okay. You guys don't have to worry because it's
Ewan?
very simple. Am I talking?
No, Ewan, can you repeat the question so the audience can hear it?
Oh,
please?
Okay. Sorry, Brad. Right.
Hello, this is God.
I was looking, yeah. Okay, it's about, okay, his question is, will the website tell you how to register for it and put the stuff on your own page, for example? So, did I get a question correctly? Yeah, something like that, all right? Okay, these days, when you join an affiliate program, let me tell you the internet business has a lot to do with filling in a form and copying and pasting. It's really got a lot to do with that. In fact, that's 90%, about 80%, I would say, of your time. So if you can copy and paste, you're in business, right? So when you join an affiliate program, what they do is they ask you to sign up, and you do that by filling a form, right? Your name, your address, where to pay you. Most of the time, how they pay you is either by PayPal. All of you can get a PayPal account, right? Or they send you a check, right? And this is a US dollar check. And what I do over in Singapore, I think it's the same for you. Write the name, your account number, and your phone number behind, and let's throw it into the check deposit box, right? I think that's what you do here as well, okay? Or they can pay by wire transfer as well. So you will get a real commission from them, real money, right? And when you fill out a form, then they'll email you your affiliate details. And in this affiliate details, there's what's known as an affiliate link that has an ID, your personal ID that's tagged to the link. So when anyone clicks your link to download something or to buy something, you are credited with the sale, right? And this link is what you put on your website, right? On your website. And you do that by copying and pasting. I think Brett has already always going to go through with you regarding how you can do that with your website, right? So it's really a very simple process. And in that email, your affiliate details, you also will be getting, your login information to the affiliate program so that you can check your stats. You'll be able to see how many visitors you've got, how many downloads you've got, what's your commission to date, right? It's all very self-explanatory, and whatever you're not sure of, you can read on the site itself. So that's the answer to the question. They'll tell you what to do. Thank you. Right? So promote. Okay. Here is the truth, right? Nothing will happen to your business without advertising and promotion, right? There is a saying that goes, we're always in the business of marketing that business. Even though you have a fanciful website, or even though you have $1 million storefront, nothing's going to happen unless you kickstart that business. You start to bring people to the shop. You start to promote and market that business. And that's really all you do in your internet business. After you have set up your people, your product, right? You have set up your business. What you do every other day, or if you have a few hours per week, is spend on marketing and advertising the business. Because that's the only way to kickstart the process and make more and more money. Nobody's going to come to your website if you don't do anything, And that's the truth about traffic generation. It is not difficult to get traffic, but you have to do something, right? It's not going to fall from the sky, right? So you have to market your business, and that's what you do every day after you set up your business. All you do, your job is to market your own business, your website. And on the internet, when we talk about people, visitors to your website, the term is called traffic, right? Web traffic. And web traffic is the driving fuel for the business, right? You guys know that. But what is important about traffic is the quality, right? There are many programs on the internet where you can go and buy, for example, 100,000 visitors for $99, and they say, hey, we'll send you 100,000 visitors by tomorrow. You'll get that visitors, but they are fake, right? You're going to waste the money. These are scams, right? What they do is they run a script that hits your website 100,000 times, right? With robots, right? You don't make a sale. You don't get real people to your website. Those are scams, so don't fall for that. Okay? When we want a real business and real traffic, right? We want quality traffic, meaning people who are precisely interested in what you have to offer. So in my example of the golf business, right? So I'm the buyer, right? I'm interested in golf information. So I'm very qualified. Your website provides me exactly with that information, the product. Step 2, right? So I'm a qualified traffic. I will do something. What you want to get is an action from the visitor. So that will happen. So it's okay, even if you just get 50 visitors to your website per month. That qualified traffic will make you more money than having 5 million hits of traffic to your website that is not interested. Right? So don't worry about getting traffic. It is easy, but you want quality. Right? And on the internet, there are actually hundreds of different ways to get traffic. Many, many ways of driving traffic. But you don't have to use all the ways. Again, apply the power of one concept. Okay? What I tell people is, after when your website is set up, you want to drive traffic, it's very easy. Just use 1 or 2 methods that you're comfortable with, right? That you're comfortable with, and master these methods. So even if just one traffic method, master it, and that will give you the bulk of the traffic, almost 80%. The rest of the 20% you apply on experimental traffic, things that you do, for example, Web 2.0, etc., YouTube, for example, right? These are 20%, but you want to have the bulk of the traffic from a source, from a method that you have mastered, that you're comfortable with. So for every part of your internet business, you can actually focus, right? People talk about focus, but you don't really know how to focus. So now I'm telling you exactly how to focus, right? Focus on one method in each part of your business. And from there, you become synergized. Everyone got that? Yes. Okay, is this helpful? Yes. Okay, thank you. Right? So you can also get free search engine traffic. People who are not exposed to the internet business like us, right? They may think that traffic can only be achieved through the search engines. But you know by now that's not true. There are many, many ways to get traffic. But you can get free search engine traffic as well. I have a method that I teach to people where, you can create a new website or web page, just one page, right? Get it ranked in Google, the first page, within 3 days, without doing any SEO. Right? That's quite a secretive method, right? And also, you're able to do that without a website, meaning you can get your affiliate link into the top of Google as well. So that's an even easier way, right? But just know for now that, for traffic, there are many ways of getting traffic. All the ways are proven, but, just focus on 1 or 2 ways. All right? Okay, let's look at another case study, social community traffic. Right? This is a social network known as entrepreneur.com. Right? And this is the first social networking site, right? That's catered especially for people in the internet business, to internet business owners, entrepreneurs, and so forth. So when you join a community like this, right, you're able to leverage and steal traffic from other people. This is about Web 2.0 traffic. So with such a community, and this is a free community that you can join, right? You're able to advertise your business with audio, video, chat, messenger, and a lot more. You're able to create your own blogs and interlink and network with everyone, not only in this community, but from the rest of the world as well. So this website is about connecting your business to the world, and it's a free service. And I think you guys should join it. It's a great one, and it belongs to me, obviously. Thank you. I haven't launched this yet, actually. So you're getting the first head up about this website. But even though I haven't launched this, there are a lot of members inside, which I'm quite surprised. And that is the power of community traffic, right? Social networking, right? So this is something for you. Free gift. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Are you able to get traffic? Am I able to help you get traffic? This is some proof, all right? This is taken directly from my web stats yesterday, right? I did this yesterday, right? And this shows 1 million unique visitors. Okay. When we're talking about traffic, remember again, we do not want hits. We want unique visitors, meaning every person is a fresh visitor. You get that? Quality traffic. So it's 1 million unique visitors, and you will see that every month, right, you get a lot of traffic, right, if you apply the methods that I teach. Thousands of visitors daily, right, you get thousands of visitors daily. And, right, this is a proof, all right, of how a new website could get ranked at number 2 out of 6.9 million competitors in Google, right? And this is my website, first page of Google. I'm going to go online to show you right now, but I'm not sure if it's going to show up here. Okay, hang on. Let me go to Google. Okay. I target the keyword learn golf, which is highly competitive. Okay, it's not over here. It seems to be geographical, right? So over in Aussie, it may not appear, right? But I got this screenshot over in Singapore, right? Before I came here, and this shows. But what the amazing thing about this website is it is a one-page website. One page, just one page, right? And I'm going to show you the website right now. This is a case study number 4. It's called the Automatic List Builder, right? You guys know that one of the key things about making money online is the list, right? You know that by now. You always must have the list, right? So this is what I call the Automatic List Builder, where, okay, its only job is to generate the list for you, right? Okay? Check this out. I'm not a golfer. Right? Okay. So this is a one-page website. It's a one-page website where, I get people to opt in, right? You know the process. Give me your name and email address to learn something, right? And this, okay, I'm talking about a revolutionary golf system, right? And this golf system is actually an affiliate program that I'm promoting, right? So this is an example of how you can apply the power of one, right? One market. I'm targeting the market of golf beginners. I have one product, right? This is my offer to the market, and this offer is about one affiliate program, right? One affiliate program, okay? So when people come to the website, all right, see all these fanciful graphics, this is free photos, free, right? You can get this in many websites. One of them is, I think, sxc.hu. Let me show you. sxc.hu. sxc.hu. Right? So you have millions of free photos that you can use for your own website. Right? You guys like this? Right? You don't have to take your own photo. Just copy and paste. Right? That's what I did. Okay? Same thing with this, all right? These are little animated arrows, all right? Something that, I copy and paste. I didn't create this. I do not know graphic design, right? And I'm sure many of you don't as well. So use other people's graphics. As long as copyrighted, it's copyright free, all right? Okay? So it is good to put a photo, right, of whatever products you're offering, right? For example, if you have a dog website, put a dog photo, right? A picture speaks 1,000 words. Don't put your own photo. Sorry? sxc.hu. Okay, let me write it down for you. Okay, hang on. The amazing notepad. Okay. sxc.hu. Okay, got it? Can everyone see this? And hey, the notepad is free to download. Right, can I close this? Okay, it's pretty simple. Okay, so try to put a photo, right, a picture of whatever your website's about. It doesn't have to be very complicated, just a little photo, because a picture tells 1,000 words, right? And it will help your visitor to visualize a lot better, right? I'm telling you how to increase conversion on an opt-in web page like this, right? And this web page gets about a 60% conversion of people opting in, 60%, which is pretty good. The average opt-in page gets about 25 to 30%, okay? And these are the little tricks that are applied, okay? Putting a photo, and it's good if you can put in your own picture as well and your name, because when somebody comes to our website, not only do we want them to opt in, right? We want to achieve other objectives. We want at least to get some branding in our marketplace. So just putting your name and your photo will allow people to recall and remember you. So the next time, if they come back to your website, they will know who you are. And this is a very powerful way of building relationship with your list members, with your subscribers. As long as you have your photo and your name, they will remember who you are when they get an email from you. You guys agree? Right? You do not want to sound like a big-time corporation, right? You want them to know you as a friend, and that is a key factor in building relationships and getting response and actually making money. Sending emails to people that get response. You put your name and your photo, and I have a little tagline here, your golf buddy. Right, your golf buddy. I'm your friend, right? I'm your golf buddy, okay? Even though I don't play golf, right? I can teach you how to learn how to play golf by recommending you to other people who know it, right? To experts, okay? Is this method duplicable, right? Can you duplicate this method? Let me show you another website. And you're probably going to laugh at this website. No, not this. This. Right? For people who hate to train dogs but want to stop them from behaving badly. Dog training, market, right? Same system, right? I'm the non-dog training guy because I don't own a dog. Yeah. Right? Okay. This, again, it's the same concept, all right? Have a photo here. Free photos. These are not my dogs, by the way, right? I actually launched this website in December during the Christmas period, so you see they look like Santa Claus or something. Yeah, right? So I launched this in December. I actually created this website live on the spot for a group of people, and I did this complete website in about 15 minutes, right? Marketing with an affiliate program, just one affiliate program. And I kind of forgot about the website, right, because I did this as a case study and put it up, and till date, for the past 3 months, it's been earning a very decent income, right? Not a lot, okay, because I didn't really market it, right? I just used one method, but it's earned me about $1,000 online so far, right? Which is quite good money, right, for some people, right? So about $3,000 or so far, recommending a dog training product from someone who doesn't know how to train a dog, right? So you don't have to be an expert. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You don't have to be an expert. And with the internet business, you can simply repeat and duplicate the process in any markets you want. But your main business, your primary business, the one that will give you the huge bulk of your income, should be in a market that you have a passion for. That's what I'm trying to say, right? That will give you the bulk of your income, and the rest you can have fun, right? Like this. I'm sure you know that I can replace this with a picture of a cat as well, right? Or a rat, as Sean Roach would say, right? Okay, but I hope you find this case study interesting, all right? So this is known as the automatic list builder, where it will help you to automatically build your list effectively and communicate and market an affiliate program through the list. And this is pretty much automated because once you have set it up, it runs by itself. And when somebody joins the list, they will get an email recommending an affiliate program. They'll get follow-up emails as well, and they'll get other emails from you. Okay, case study number 5, automatic websites. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, right. Okay, this is a website about photography, right? I don't really like cameras as well, so it's okay. It's okay. This is known as an automatic website because it's created by a software, right? What I did was I spent almost 20,000 US creating a proprietary software in-house that we use in our company. And we create websites like this that contains anything from 50 pages to 500 pages. These are content websites, right? Content websites. And I think you understand by now what this does, all right? It helps you to make money from AdSense. You can build a list as well. You can make affiliate programs commission. All these are affiliate programs, right? And also from Amazon automatically, right? And also from bookmarking, okay? So there are many different templates. This is one of the templates, and it looks rather cool, right? Rather nice. And these websites are meant to give people information, right? But, you know, the truth is, all right, such a website will not make you a lot of money, right? Well, if you want to make a lot of money, you have to focus on building a list, like what I do with the automatic list builder. When you build a list, then at least you can follow up people, right? You see the list building website, there's only one objective, and that's get people to give me their names and emails. So when you start to build a list, that's where the bulk of your income will come in because you have follow-up marketing. You're able to market to them other products in the future. This website is meant to add on a secondary income, right? From AdSense, from ClickBank, from Amazon, other products. And such a website could earn you 4 figures as well, right? It could earn you 4 figures. And the best thing about such a website is you can just create as many as you want, a few thousands if you want to, because it's a software. It's automated click, right? Okay, so this is the automatic websites. So has it been interesting so far? All right. So does this method actually works, right? So I'm going to show you some proof, right, that you can really make money online using the methods that I told you about. Okay, this is a screenshot, okay, of $23,000 in one day, right? How did I get this money? You guys want to know? Yes. What's the secret, right? The secret is in emailing the list, right? Emailing, okay? So if you build a list, like, for example, you in maybe 1 or 2 months, you start to get about 5,000 subscribers, right, in your list. And when you have 5,000 subscribers who know you and you build a good relationship with them, let's say you recommend them an affiliate program. You find an affiliate program and you write an email to them, a simple email, right? Hi, this is Ewen, and I just came across this, amazing dog training collar or something, right? And I think you should really try this out. It's going to help you a lot. So have a look at the website. And that's about it. You give them your affiliate link, and let's say out of the 5,000 people, only 10% visited the website, right? I'm going low on estimates here. 10%, that's 500 people visited the website. And out of the 500 people, only 10% actually buy something through your recommendation. So, and if you make, for example, $50, to keep things simple, let's say you make $50 for every sale, and 10% of 500 people visit the website, that's 50 people. So 50 times 50, that's 2,500 US. That's a lot from one email. So all you do, is you send an email and you make that money. So this is why list building is important. And this is why you need to focus on building a list as a part of your main business. But what I did here is the same, right? I sent an email to people, and when I woke up, it became 23,000, right? I was pretty happy, obviously, right? Okay, this is $70,000 in over 2 weeks, right? A ClickBank check. This is the same kind of check that you get. Okay, let me tell you another story, all right? I told you that I started making money online after 5 years, and that's in 2002, right? And I only did that when I discovered that I had to build my list and use the system that I was telling you about, focusing on one thing at one time in different markets. So I did that, and I started to build a list, and after a couple of months, I had about 10,000 subscribers, right? So I sent an email to them, right? And went to sleep. The next morning when I woke up, I saw that I made 4,000 over US dollars in commission, right? The next morning, and that was the biggest amount of money that I have ever seen in my life. But that was at a point of time when I knew, just like all of you are going to know, that you never have to work for other people again, right? Because you're able to create your own money on demand, and you don't have to go and ask people for money. So that is the power of the internet business, right? Making autopilot sales every day, meaning every single day making sales, right? I took a very unprofessional photo of some checks on my table, right, to show you. This is real checks, right? What I'm going to do here is I'm going to log in live to show you, right, live proof, right, into my payment accounts to show you that there's real money to be made online. Okay. One of the things is I'm not doing this to tell you that I'm very good, right? I'm telling you this, I'm showing you this to show you that, this is real, okay? And that, you can be rest assured that my methods will work for you. So I hope I get all you guys, consensus on this, right? So I'm just a very ordinary person, right? But the important thing to remember is, you have to do this because it is very real. So do you want to see this? Yes. Okay. Let me try. Okay. Do all of you know what ClickBank is? Right? You know that, right? All right. ClickBank is an affiliate network that allows you to join for free, and you can sell affiliate products, digital products, and make commission. It is also a merchant account, right? A third-party merchant account. If you want to sell your own products, you could set it up with ClickBank, and they'll sell the products for you, right? And they'll pay you a check every 2 weeks, right? Okay, I'm going to log in live, right, into one of my accounts. Okay, this is RoboForm. You can download it for free at roboform.com. It's very useful. It will actually save all your passwords, so you don't have to fill it in. I tend to forget my passwords very often, so I need this, right? Okay. But they ask for another master password, so it doesn't really help. Okay. Right, so you will see that this is live, right? This is a live login. Okay. Right, so do you see this? Right? Okay. These are the sales for on a daily basis. So you have sales every single day. Like I was telling you about the automatic sales every single day. Sometimes it'll be a few $100s. Sometimes it'll be a few $1,000s, right? And this is created. Okay, this is a 2 weeks period. Okay, let me just do a quick rundown on ClickBank for you, all right? This is what you see in your account as well when you log in. 2 weeks period. Right, so this is 2 weeks, and okay, this shows 40 over 1,000 US, right? It's another 2 weeks, 5,000, and we're coming at the March, it's $31,000 over US. So that's quite a lot of money, right? Some people take a full year to earn such an income, but with the internet, with your own internet business, you can do that in a days, literally, right? If you do it correctly. So you love this example? Yes. Want to see another one? Yes. Okay, I'll just log in one more time. To another account, all right? Another account, okay. How many products that last one to make the money? One. Just one product, yep. Yeah, I have about 16 ClickBank accounts. Yeah, for different products, right? And sometimes some for affiliate programs as well, right? So this is another one, okay? When you follow the system, you will get results. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, every single day you see sales, right? And okay, let me show you the reporting. And this is where you can see your year to date, right? So you'll see here that the year to date for 2007 is $285,954 US dollars from one website, right? And this website was started in March last year. So it's been 1 year exactly, right? And so far it's about over 300K for one website, right? And this is what you can do with your own internet business as well. It's a great business to be in, and you do that at home, right? You don't have to set up a company for this if you do not want to. I'm not sure. You may not have to declare your income as well, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works over here, right? But in Singapore, you know, the government there actually don't recognize online income. But I do declare because I'm in the public eye, so I declare my income online. And how do I know they don't recognize? Because I asked the inland revenue over there. She said, what's that? They don't have a clause for it. So I think it's the same for Australia, right? I think it's the same. Not sure about the States, right? But if you want to be safe, declare it. If you want to do it secretly, check with your tax people, all right? Okay? But again, this stays in the room. So what's the bottom line? No false promises, no hype. What you want to do? Make real money, all right? Real money from the internet. And let me ask you a question. Are you ready to break out of this rut and claim back your freedom? Yes. Thank you.